And now let's switch to the sustainable projects in Kazakhstan. Finnish Water Forum, recognized for its water monitoring projects at Kyrgyzstan's Issyk, will lead similar efforts at Lake Balkhash, according to Arve Nerman, the project's director for Central Asia. He added that the company is open to discussing the possibility of localizing the production of monitoring systems in Kazakhstan. Let me remind you that Kazakh Mist Corporation has committed $5 million for the conservation of Lake Balkhash. Finnish Water Forum will use these funds to oversee water resource monitoring. How exactly Finnish systems can help to save the Balkhash lake? More details are available in the Interview of the Week section.
It's a great pleasure to have you. Let me start from this point. Recently, there has been an agreement between Kazakh local mining copper company Kazakh Mist that it will allocate $5 million to reserve the lake's ecosystem. Could you please share with the details and the background about the agreement that have been made with the Finnish Water Forum that you work for, please?
There are nothing signed now, but now we are discussing, we are finding the proper technical solution, and we hope that Finnish technology will be applicable in this case. Because what we basically now proposed is that we even broadening the system, going from the water monitoring, like a surface water monitoring stations, and we forcing it up with the weather monitoring stations. Because it's one thing you wanna know what's the flow and what's the water level. What's the flow in the rivers? What's water level in the Balkhash lake? What's the incoming and outgoing water in the capacities? What's the quality of this water, which is also can be monitored? But also you want to know the humidity, the solar radiation, the evaporation, and all the other weather parameters in order to build up the better model of the lake. So that's why our updated project idea is now Kazakh Mist Corporation has it. They're discussing it, and we'll see how it goes.
What about the timing for the project? Is it for the upcoming 2025?
The great thing about such a systems is for the Balkhash Lake, the project offer that. And the idea that we're discussing is about 6 months. I mean, if we made a deal January next year, by May, we might have already, and we will have the monitoring system, entire monitoring system for the lake, and we can start getting the data. And as I said, 6 months in works, and system engineered, manufactured in Finland, supplied, delivered, installed and commissioned, and starting from the 1st June, we can start collecting the data. And the great thing about the systems like that is that you're going to get a big data, because these stations, they are getting the data every 15 minutes. More traditional way to do it is when you send a person to the field to collect the samples once in a week, once in 10 days, once in a month. But over here, you'll have a data for every 15 minutes.
Kazakhstan and Finland, as you already mentioned, have growing ties in water management. What does Finland can propose in water management approaches, and how does your country usually face with such challenges as floods or shallow in the seas? And do you have any particular projects, similar ones that you have already implemented elsewhere in the world?
Well, Finland is, roughly speaking, 8 times smaller territory-wise, area-wise, compared to the Kazakhstan. However, we have across our country, we have about 2,000 monitoring stations that are monitoring the surface and groundwater. Onshore and offshore weather stations are there, and they are online, they're remote, and they're allowing us to have a big data about the nation's weather, water, and other sources. And the thing is that we luckily this year we managed to do the small pilot in your neighboring country in Central Asia, in the country of Kyrgyzstan. And World Bank assisted us a lot. We're thankful for that. They provide needed financing to that, and we run two stations in Issyk Lake, the one Shu River and one Akbura River. It's city of Osh. We managed to deliver the system. We managed to commission the system, and now the system works already 9 months. No failures, nothing there, and we are collecting the data. And the Kyrgyz ministry is now joining this data. That's important for us to prove the concept, no matter what's the area, what's the territory, what's the climate and the landscape.
Yeah.
And now we are pretty sure that these systems, they are applicable for the Central Asia broadly.
Thank you very much for joining us. It's a great pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.